All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on our way to go pick up Brian because guess what? The Riding Dirty van is in full effect, as you can see, and we're going on another venture. Adventure, that is. And we're driving to California because we're gonna go try out the new YT Decoy SN. The new light e-bike made by YT, and I'm really excited to go try this thing out because guess what? I'm not regular excited, I'm super excited, which is a stupid thing, and I said I wasn't gonna say that anymore, but I'm saying it now. But yeah, we're gonna go ride the new YT Decoy SN and see if it's really worth getting an e-bike. This technically would be my first e-bike because the other e-bike is my wife's e-bike. I know what everyone says, oh, but you ride it, ugh. Yeah, whatever, okay? It's not mine. And if you notice from my videos, I'm riding all my other bikes 99% of the time, and I ride the Decoy every now and then when I feel like being lazy. But I've come to the conclusion that I do not have all the time in the world that I wish I had. And to be honest, riding a mountain bike requires a lot of training, and you know, don't get me wrong, I've been getting pretty good at it for the last 4 years, and I can, you know, ride pretty damn good and, you know, have stamina and all that good stuff. But the thing is this, to get all that stamina and all that stuff that you need to continue to ride mountain bikes, it's a lot of training. And I'll be honest with you, I do not have a lot of time to train as much as I wish I did. Being a father, being a husband, trying to make time with friends, you know, like my time's very limited, and you know, I don't want to not have enough time to do all the things. And along with having a job, you know, you don't have all the time in the world. I want to see if this bike is worth it. To have a super light e-bike was always my thing in general because I just hated the weight of e-bikes. I mean, you know, e-bikes are fun, you can go fast on them, but for me, the biggest letdown on an e-bike wasn't because they weren't good, it was just because I hate the weight. And now the new e-bike is 10 pounds lighter than the OG Gangster Decoy, so that makes me pretty stoked to want to try it out, and we're gonna try it out tomorrow morning. But for now, let's get Brian, let's get some Red Bulls, and let's get to California. Woo! Yeah, dude. All right, Brian, it's time to go to the YT Mill.
Test drive
Decoy SNs, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Let's see how they are. Let's see if they kick ass and take names. That's what I'm curious about. All right, MTB homies, we are back at the YT Industries Mill. Today we are gonna be trying out the Decoy SN. This is YT's newest e-bike that I have not ridden yet, but it's 10 pounds lighter than the regular Decoy, so I'm really excited because this bike is gonna be the quiver killer. So let's go inside and check out the mill. One thing you need to know about YT Industries is that they are a direct-to-consumer bike company. So the only way to demo one of their bikes is to go to one of their shops. And that's what they call the mill, where they have an impressive showroom floor. And currently, there are only 2 mills in the United States. One in Bentonville, Arkansas, and San Clemente, California, which is where we are today. They have all their bikes on display, and they are all available for a demo. I've been riding YT bikes for a couple of years, so I'm familiar with how they feel. But the Decoy is the bike that I have not ridden that much. I've ridden my wife's Decoy a handful of times, but I've never actually felt at home on it because of the weight. So today, we're trying out the SN. It seems like a win-win being 10 pounds lighter as an e-bike. They have 3 different Decoy SN models: Core 2, Core 3, Core 4. Today, we are demoing the Core 2. This one being the bottom tier and still pretty hooked up. TRP brakes, RockShox suspension, Shimano drivetrain. The difference with this one is it has a smaller battery and a smaller motor made by a company called Fauza. Interesting thing about the company Falza is that they're making motors for a few good brands out there. For me, having a lighter e-bike is pretty much the only reason why I would really like to ride one. I just can't get on board with a 52-pound bike. It doesn't feel the same to me, and considering I ride analog bikes more than anything else, it's just not the same. So I figured it was time to try out a super light e-bike and see if I can go over to the dark side. All right, we are now officially leaving the mill, and we're gonna go try out the Decoy SN, the Decoy Capra. Definitely less power on the climb. Well, I'm in boost right now.
I mean that extra boost, whatever they call
The
it.
super boosties.
Super boost.
I'm definitely using some breath. There's the super boost.
Okay. Oh yeah. See ya.
That's in super boost?
Yeah. Definitely not a regular Decoy for sure. Definitely having more of like a good feeling workout for sure. Whatever, I'm just following whatever you guys want. Yeah, baby. Oh, we getting rad in the streets, baby. Hey, Mark. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Woohoo! Drop it! Yeah! Good lap, bro. Shoo! Good ride. Shoo. Hell yeah. That's it. Oh. Okay, maybe I don't want to do this again. So that was my first and only ride on the Decoy SN by YT Industries. Was it a rad bike? It was pretty rad. Do I like it more than the regular Decoy, even though it has a little bit less power? Yes, 100%. I would rather own that bike over a regular Decoy any day of the week, because I honestly prefer riding analog bikes more than I like riding e-bikes. But this one was 10 pounds lighter, made it a lot more fun. You could jump this thing just like a regular bike. You know, you could throw it around the corners just like a regular bike. I didn't notice the weight at all on that thing. It was so fun. I don't think I've ever gotten on an e-bike that felt that comfortable right when I got on it, started pedaling. Is it underpowered? Slightly. I want to say the battery's about 430 watt hours compared to the 550 of the Decoy. Don't quote me, something like that, really close. I did notice though battery power would go slightly faster. Everybody that day was running in boost. I want to say that I might have been 1 bar less on battery than everybody else who was on their e-bikes. Can this e-bike keep up with everyone else? Yeah, it can. If you're a good pedaler, I would say the weight does make a difference and it pedals pretty good. It was an efficient pedaling bike for being an e-bike, which I was kind of surprised about. Everybody I rode with was on regular Decoys except for me and Brian. We were both on SNs and we were keeping up with everyone the whole time. We did about 3,000 feet of climbing that day in about 14 miles. and we were all literally neck and neck on battery life. But I won't lie, the SN did drain a little bit more battery, and I was in boost the whole entire time. I could have put it in eco, but at the same time, when you're riding with people that are in boost and they're going fast on regular decoys, riding in any other setting besides boost is not gonna help. The super boost was pretty awesome because you hit a little button, it'll put super boost, it'll go like, I don't know, it gives you a little burst of power for about 10 or 11 seconds. That right there was money, because here's the thing. When you're having to pedal up something that is slightly like a little grueling to get over something, just like a little punch you need, that little 11 seconds does good. And for me, I thought it was pretty clever to do that because of the fact that you won't be wasting a lot of battery, only like 10 seconds of battery, let alone riding in boost the whole time on like a regular decoy. So I think that's like a cool added bonus for that. Do I want to own one? Yeah. Am I gonna buy one? Don't know yet. Not sure. I do like it, but I just haven't decided yet if that's what I want to do. I still like my analog bikes. I ride my Jeffsy so much that I'm not sure that I really want to dive 100% in. But if I didn't have my Jeffsy or my Capra or my Izzo, I would buy that bike hands down without even questioning it. It's just I own a lot of bikes right now. But I won't say that it probably won't be in my future, because it probably will be. So, pros. It's light for an e-bike. It's pretty fast, got a lot of power, and the battery life is pretty good. I was actually really surprised. Even everyone there that was riding was surprised how good the battery life is. The cons, I don't know. I don't think I've had enough time on the bike to really find the cons in it, to be honest. And that's not just, I'm not just saying that. I really just don't know because I haven't ridden enough. I mean, I had great brakes, had great suspension. I think the only con right now is the price, and it's not because it's a bad price, because compared to the other e-bikes out there in this same category, YT hands down has a way better price than anyone else. I just don't know if I'm ready to spend $6,500 on a bike right now. It's a lot. Am I gonna get one? Yeah, probably. But right now, I don't know. My biggest thing is I would like to ride it more before I can make that full commitment of buying another bike. One day on a demo was fantastic, but it's just not enough to really pull the trigger right away. Gotta wait a minute. Gotta decide, is this the one I'm gonna do? Man, did it feel right at home riding that thing. And was I able to keep up with everybody else on their fastest settings? Yep, the whole time. So it's definitely a badass bike. Kinda want it. We'll see what happens. But that was just my first initial thoughts on the YT Decoy SN. Rad bike, a lot lighter, super fun and playful, and it looked pretty badass. I'm hoping to demo one again to get a better feel of whether or not I want to get it. But until then, until I demo it a couple more times, I won't decide whether or not I'm gonna buy it. But so far, it's a positive note that I'm leaving on. So if you want to go check out one of those bikes, go down to the YT Mill in San Clemente, California, or Bentonville, Arkansas, and try one out. They have the bikes there, demos available at all times, and that's how I got to ride it. Who is this bike for? This bike is for someone who still loves to ride analog bikes like myself, but every now and then want to go ride an e-bike because you don't have a lot of time to go ride that day. Especially now with the sun going down, the season's ending as far as being wintertime in Arizona, and where I live it's really cold, so I don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of daylight when I get off work, so a bike like this would be great to be able to go out there, throw some laps out at some local trails, and then be able to get home in time before the sun goes down. On an analog bike, you go out there, the sun's going down, and it sucks. I've done it a few times. I've been out there when the sun dropped and I'm out there on my analog bike still trying to pedal to get home because I went out too far. This bike might save you from that. Either way, it's a fun bike. It's got a lot of travel. You could ride this thing at a bike park. This bike is a beast. It's made to jump, it's made for trails, it's made for enduro, and it's made to pedal uphill as well pretty quick having a motor. I like it. We'll see what happens in the future. Gonna ride it a couple more times and figure it out. So that's it for my first introduction of the YT Decoy SN. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you would want to ride a light e-bike, or would you rather have a full powered e-bike? Would you sacrifice the weight with less power, or would you rather have the weight full power? Personally, I would sacrifice the weight for less power and pedal harder because I still like riding analog bikes. And that's it. I'm done. No more review. It's over. Go check it out if you want to check it out. Light e-bikes are cool.